A tattered, skinny black American man in his thongs, his hair unkempt, beard row, clothes ripped beyond repair, staggers forward, clutching a half-open plastic bag of leftovers. His ribs show. His eyes are hollow. His name, Kieran Malloy, a once known man across America now known by no one. He stops. Frozen. Trembling. Across the trash heap stands an 60-year-old black American old man, haggard, wrinkled, with a limp and a torn brown coat, the same old man he once helped years ago. Kieran drops the food bag. His knees shake. His voice cracks. Kieran, shouting, trembling. No. It can't be, why didn't you tell me earlier? Why? His face is a storm of confusion, sorrow, regret, disbelief, his eyes glistening with tears he can no longer hide. The old man sighs deeply, his voice broken but steady. Son, you lost everything the day you stopped giving. The day you forgot who you were. Kieran collapses to the ground, weeping, staring at the man who holds the truth he spent a lifetime searching for. Hella story lovers, another game-changing story is about to hit you. While we are at it, please subscribe, like, and comment on this YouTube channel. Sit tight, this one will shake your soul. Before he ever became a billionaire, Kieran Malloy was nothing more than a load carrier in Southside Market, one of the rowdiest bazaars in the entire region. Every day at 11 a.m., he would strap on his worn-out gloves and haul overloaded baskets for shoppers who barely noticed him. People barked orders at him. Shop owners underpaid him. Buyers stepped on him like a shadow. And yet, Kieran always smiled. He always helped. He always gave, even when he barely had anything. If a street kid begged him for coins, he gave. If an old woman needed help crossing the road, he carried her belongings for free. His kindness wasn't performative, it was part of his bloodstream. And one scorching afternoon, that kindness led him to the moment that changed everything. Kieran was leaving the market after a long shift when he saw him, the tattered 60-year-old man, sitting by a gutter, shivering, clutching his stomach. People walked past him like he was invisible. Kieran stopped. Approached. Kneeling beside him, he asked, "Sir, are you okay?" The man raised his tired eyes, voice barely audible. "Just hungry, haven't eaten in days." Kieran didn't hesitate. He bought him food, hot food, not scraps, and sat with him until he finished. As the old man ate, he stared at Kieran with an unreadable expression. "You're a good young man," he whispered. "One day this kindness will return to you." Kieran smiled, not realizing those words were not a blessing. They were a prophecy. The next morning, Kieran woke up to a world he did not recognize. His small rented room was surrounded by cars, sleek black subs, and luxury sedans. Men in suits stood outside his door, asking for Malloy. Confused, he stepped out. A woman with a clipboard approached him. "Sir, we've been searching everywhere for you. Your inheritance is ready for signing." Kieran blinked. "Inheritance? I don't have anyone." But the documents were real. Lawyers. Signatures. Bank officials. A wealthy anonymous donor had transferred ownership of multiple assets to his name. Estates, stocks, land, properties, accounts worth billions. Everything came back clean. Everything was legal. No one could explain it. Not even the banks. Within a month, Kieran Malloy went from carrying people's groceries to becoming one of the youngest black American billionaires in the country. People praised him. Media hunted him. Opportunities chased him. His humility remained at first. He built free schools. Paid hospital bills for strangers. Fed the homeless every weekend. He gave like the world was overflowing. But wealth is a strange companion, it either reveals who you truly are or who you are afraid to become. Slowly, without realizing it, Kieran began to change. It started quietly. First came pride. Then came arrogance. Then came the slow poisoning of his heart. Kieran began to see everyone as beneath him, even the same market traders he once worked for. He fired staff for tiny mistakes. Ignored crews for help. Mocked the poor. Stopped giving. Stopped caring. His billionaire friends fooled his ego. Women chased his wealth. Businessmen bowed to him. He became intoxicated with himself. And then, the sickness came. It started as fatigue. Then intense migraines. Then physical deterioration. Doctors were confused. Hospitals couldn't diagnose him. Specialists failed repeatedly. Yet with every passing month, Kieran grew weaker. And poorer. He sold his cars. His estates. His stocks. His companies collapsed. His wealth drained like water through broken fingers. Every doctor's visit felt like death creeping closer. And for the first time since becoming rich, Kieran felt fear. Real fear. Soon, he was broke. Alone. Desperate. People he once insulted refused to help him. Former employees laughed behind his back. Friends vanished like shadows. Kieran Malley, once among the wealthiest men in America, now had nothing, not even a home. He slept behind abandoned stores. Bathed in the rain. Begged quietly, ashamed. Lived on leftovers from trash heaps. Until the day his path collided once more with the man whose kindness he never forgot. On a hot afternoon, Kieran stumbled into a dump site behind an industrial market, searching for food. His body was weak. His mind barely functioning. Then he heard a familiar voice. "Son, what happened to you?" Kieran froze. His heart pounded. He turned and saw him, the 60-year-old poor man he once helped. Kieran dropped the trash bag and fell to his knees. "I lost it all." The old man stepped closer, his eyes heavy with sorrow. "I gave you wealth because you gave me when you had nothing, showing kindness in your heart." Kieran's voice cracked as tears poured down. "Sir, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you warn me? Why didn't you tell me earlier?" The old man looked at him with deep sadness. "Because kindness must be pure," he whispered. "Not traded for reward." He walked closer. "You became wealthy because you gave when you had nothing. True wealth comes from the heart." He paused. "But the moment your heart changed, everything your kindness built collapsed." Kieran sobbed uncontrollably. "Can I ever get it back?" The old man closed his eyes. "No, the blessing was for who you were, not who you became." Silence fell, heavy, suffocating, irreversible. Kieran's spirit broke. He curled up on the dirt, sobbing like a child, realizing that the very thing that elevated him was the thing he eventually threw away. Every story has a lesson in it. This story teaches that your character is your true wealth. Lose it, and everything else collapses. What other lessons can you pick here? Let me know in the comment section.